Down with me, you down with me, down with me. I got a crowd wrapping round the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What Are Odds Podcast. It's your host JMX, my co-host Ryan. Man, it's been a little minute. We got to recap this Monday night game, Thursday night game, and then we're gonna give our predictions. We got a lot to get into, but before we get into everything, man, Ryan, how you doing, man? I see you. Your Steelers down again.
Man, we just won. What are you talking about? No, I'm chilling. I've been trying to watch that Hard Knocks on what is it, Max? I think for the AFC North. I was watching some of that. Mike Tomlin's a fucking dog, always. And that man, he was sitting there like this, feet kicked up, just like that. Open his little bag of Fritos. Was sitting there watching film. Yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, my dad, he a Packers fan, so I was going for the Packers today. We'll get into that game a little bit later, but besides that and my Lakers falling apart, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
My Spurs lost tonight. We could have won. We could have won our group. Brutal loss to Phoenix. Wemby chose to have his worst game of the season. So did Chris Paul, but it is what it is. We move on. We lost today to the Bulls. But, I mean, hey, look, we got 11 wins, bro. Around this time last year, we were on a 16-game losing streak. So, hey, look, I'll take what I can get from my Spurs right about now. And my Broncos. Perfect intro to get into. Let's go ahead and recap this Monday night game. Just a little bit. What a game. I ain't gonna lie. Me and Ryan texted during this game. I was stressed. I said it before, was that Sunday night when we dropped the episode recap of the Sunday night games. I had a kind of a bad feeling about this one. Boy, the Browns came and played like it was their Super Bowl. I mean, they look, shout out to them. Like they came, Jameis didn't have no fear in his heart, and that came back to bite him in the ass. But I mean, look, man, they came in there ready to play. I was nervous. My gut intentions are right, man. Ryan texted me in the first quarter. You did say you had a bad feeling about this game. I ain't gonna lie, I was on an emotional roller coaster. It was very up and down. I never thought we were gonna actually lose, but that man Levi Wallace, boy, he had me. He did everything in his power for us to lose this game. And I hate that the Steelers. He should still be a Steeler, by the way. But yeah. But yeah, man. Jameis had the crazy stat line: 34 for 58, 497, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. 2 of the picks were pick sixes. The third one should have been a pick six. If the Cody Barton had a little bit more pep in his step, he would have got in there. Jerry motherfucking Judy told Broncos fans shouldn't have traded that man. Shouldn't have never traded this dude, bro. Never gave him the ball. 9 catches, 235 and a touchdown. That's first of all, that was the most yards by any player against his former team in NFL history. He damn near set the receiving yard record in the game. I mean, really, and Jameis really missed him on 2 wide open plays down the field. Judy should have had about 400 yards. Can you imagine if Jerry Judy had 400 yards in his return to Denver? My goodness. But, I mean, Elijah Moore had a $111 on the day too. But story of this game is Bo Nix, man. The first pick, I'm not going to really fault on him. The second pick, yeah, he threw a 50-50 ball. The receiver got bossed by Denzel Ward, which is just still so crazy to me. But I thought for the most part, Bo, man, Sean, ain't no training wheels on Bo Nix. Like, he's letting Bo air it out. I ain't going to lie, Ryan. You can't even lie. And I want to hear your opinion on this real quick. Was that throw of the year to Marvin Mims across the middle of the field?
I don't know. I'd have to think about the amount of throws, but it was a damn good throw.
Bro, on a zip. He threw it on a straight line. Like, I mean, people talking about, man, it should have been picked, bro. Like, that throw, that's one of the hardest throws to make in football. Across the middle, bro, and that's on Denzel Ward. Like, Bo Nix just has no fear, man. Cortland Sutton had a good day. Marvin Mims they both had over 100 yards. Jaleel McLaughlin had a good day on the ground. But look, man, Bo Nix, I don't say Bo Nix is our franchise guy. He's the franchise guy. That's set in stone. This dude he's going to be something special with Sean Payton. We scored 41 freaking points, Ryan. 8-5. Talk to me, man. Crazy work. But this defense is sensational. Nick Bonito, I'm not saying he's going to win the award, but he definitely should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. I mean, this dude He's insane, bro. Him and Jonathan Cooper are tied. Yeah, they're tied for first in the league, I think, in sacks between the duo. They're playing out of their minds. Pat Surtain is just sensational. He only gave up 2 catches for 20 yards when they decided to put him on Dewey, but Jaquan McMillan, I've been telling you about Jaquan, bro. He's something serious. He's something serious in coverage. Game winning, game clinching pick six. Jameis just really gave him one. Lobbed it up however long in the air. He picked it, got up and ran it back. But Nick Bonito, going back to him, covered 3 people in one play and jumped the ball and house called it. This defense, man, and this is without Riley Moss. Obviously, I think we all know the defense is gonna be better when Riley Moss gets back. This defense can carry this team to however far. This team is gonna, however far the defense takes them, is how far this team is gonna go. But yeah, shout out to my Broncos, man. They 8-5. Browns shot to 3-9.
Yeah, shout out Javonte for that one touchdown at the beginning of the game.
Oh my God, you just find ways to piss me off.
Really started the game out strong. No, I thought that throw was insane. I'd really have to think about the amount of all the throws, but it was a damn good throw. I mean that's what I was gonna open it out with. That and Jameis this is the exact Jameis that we know.
This is the Jameis game.
Yeah,
Classic Jameis.
Exactly. Like 2 pick sixes, but 4 touchdowns, 500 yards. Yeah, I think it was like, let me look real quick. ESPN. It was about Njoku.
Yeah, 17 targets.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. He had a crazy amount of targets, and it was like something I've noticed about Njoku that I've always kind of thought was like funny. The way he catches the ball, like he never plucks it with his hands or nothing like that. He always tries to turn his body completely towards the ball, almost like a basketball player trying to square someone out or box someone out type thing. And that's how he catches the ball. Like he doesn't sit there, and it's no knock on him. It's just something I've realized. He's not sitting there like this or like this. It's always a right here, the ball, and it's he's damn near always falling backwards, or it's right there. He has to turn his body completely to it. But again, it's nothing negative. It's just something I realized watching this game specifically. But yeah, one thing I've noticed is I don't want to say he's never going to be the same, because obviously he's 3 games in.
Oh, I know you're finna talk about.
Yeah, Nick Chubb. I mean, I love Nick Chubb, but I really hope next season he's able to come back after a full year, damn near full off season of recovery, and he not recovery of actually going through everything and being back with the team and doing everything, whatever the hell they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really hope he's able to next year come back and just have a breakout year. But this game specifically, it was.
Yeah, I mean, but Denver is a really elite run defense, though. I mean, what's his name? Between Malcolm Rose, John Franklin Myers, and Zach Allen, bro. Zach Allen's a monster. He's in the backfield every single. You can't run the ball. He's in the backfield every single play. So I'm not gonna fault him too much on this one. But yeah, you could tell he's not fully back yet. But I think next year you'll see a little bit of improvement. But I do think they go after a back in the draft.
I mean, he's got 3 touchdowns so far. 2 of them just so happen to be against us. But
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. He's got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right, and I do kind of think he's starting to kind of
decline a little bit.
I don't know. I want to say decline. I don't want to count him out, but he's definitely not the same back he was last year pre-injury, or especially the year before, because he got hurt week 2 last year. But
yeah, I mean, I want to see how he comes out next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how he
shout out
comes out
Jameis. Shout out Jameis. That's all I gotta say. Shout out him. He had a crazy game, but also a crazy bad game at the same time. I mean, I already shouted Bo out, and obviously shout out to the Broncos defense. They had a crazy ass game there too. I really thought Judy was about to beat you guys damn near single handedly, just by himself. I'm like, oh shit, he might fuck around and make some crazy plays just to beat the Broncos. And obviously I'm not rooting for them, but I'm like, damn, it would be a crazy story if this man came into Denver and beat them.
I thought he would. If he would have got like 400 yards, I probably would have cried. I probably would have cried, bro. I'd have been so mad. But the crazy thing is, and you brought up him earlier, Javonte. Javonte in the last 2 games, 12 carries, -1 yard.
How many touchdowns?
That's one. All right, bro. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I can't. Javonte, man. I think it should be McLaughlin and estimate moving forward. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Broncos. They 8-5, bro. They're 8-5. Hey, got the Colts after the bye. Hey, but yeah, let's go ahead and go into this Thursday night game. Man, what a game it was. Green Bay traveled into Detroit, take on the Lions. Lions win this game 34-31. Green Bay drops to 9-4. Lions go to 12-1. I mean, 34-31, bro. What a game. My main takeaway was Jared Goff, 32 for 41, 283, 3 tubs. The classic Monty and Gibbs giving you pretty much everything they got with the 1-2 punch. But I want to give the biggest shout out to my guy, Tim Patrick, man. Shout out to him. Big Timmy P in the cut, in the flesh, making plays on prime time for the best team in the league. I love it, man. I really he deserves everything about it. This dude, the comeback he's had is not talked about enough. I mean, this dude tore his ACL and his Achilles in back-to-back training camps. It doesn't get any more sad than that, and then scores 2 touchdowns before his late father's birthday. I mean, it was just absolutely unbelievable. Shout out to Timmy P, man. But yeah, Lions got the dub, man. Josh Jacobs. Do you realize that the top 4 backs this year, Ryan, Saquon, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, were all free agents. All of them were free agents in the offseason, bro. That's just so crazy to me. I just like Josh Jacobs. They were all free agents. Insane work. Josh Jacobs having a hell of a year. Already over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. I mean, he's in. I don't know if they counted the ones from today, but I mean, he's been killing it. But yeah, man, Green Bay, it's tough. It's really tough this game. You get swept by the Lions, but yeah. Give me your thoughts, Ryan.
If we're being honest, Jacob should have had that 4th receiving touchdown as well. If
Christian Watson.
Yeah, if Watson, if there wasn't that pick, but yeah, I agree with you. I really do think this is not really specific, but this game, but like exactly like you were just saying with running backs, I think we're about to start seeing the same way we saw a bunch of receivers getting paid a couple years ago. I think we're about to start seeing running backs and offensive line get paid like a fat bag coming up here soon. I think Saquon, like you said, Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs and shit. I mean, probably others that we're missing have really, especially in this free agency class, came out and really like proved what the value of having a great running back is. You know, but especially like if you look at the teams that they walked away from, Tennessee, the Raiders, and the Giants, they all suck. You know, they all suck. And it's like, I'm not saying that Jacobs, Barkley, or Saquon would have made them like playoff teams, but it's like they damn sure would have been better with them than without them, you know. But yeah, more so on the Packers. I really do believe, and obviously like I preferenced at the beginning of the episode, my dad a Packers fan, so I'm probably biased with it. I really do think that the Packers could beat the Lions. Like I really do. It's like the Lions are a damn good football team, but I really do think that if the Packers defense can stop one of the 5 of those. Well, they stopped one of them, but like one of those 4.
Well, they didn't have
downs.
Jair.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, granted, you could also then say like as a Lions, like, well, the Lions were completely banged up as well on the defensive line. So it's like I completely get that, but like, I think it was I think they completed 4 out of 5 4th downs. 2 of them were touchdowns. One of them was like that one at the end of the game. And I don't know what the other one was. One of them where they failed, the Packers got the ball within like the Lions' 20-yard line.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I really do think that this team could beat the Lions, especially in Detroit. I mean, they did it last year at Thanksgiving. Again, it's 2 completely different teams. But like, the Packers are a really, really, really good football team, and the Lions are also really, really good as well. I think the Lions definitely played a good enough game to win. I just think the Packers really just they just lost the game. Like they almost beat themselves. Like they didn't help the fact that like they were already like not as good. Obviously, like I think the Lions offense is better than the Packers offense, and I do think that
Yeah.
the Lions defense is probably better than the Packers defense. But it's like the Packers have the weapons and the talent to beat this team, and I mean shit, they've lost to them twice already, obviously. But it's like the way Josh Jacobs was running this ball, and especially in that second half, the way um, Jordan Love was throwing the ball. Dude, I don't know. I like obviously I probably wouldn't predict them to actually beat them in the playoffs, but like I really would not be shocked if they went to Detroit somehow and ended up fucking around and beating them.
In the
But
playoffs.
I mean that's the only time they'd be able to beat them.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we'll see. I don't know, man. I look. I thought Green Bay. I think if Green Bay has Jair, I think they win this game without a doubt. But yeah, man. The Lions, they're on a what? This 11-game win streak.
Yeah, 11.
I mean, they're rolling high, bro. I mean, they. I mean, you got Buffalo next, bro. That game should have been flexed, but that's gonna be a dog fight. I don't know who I have in that. I might pick Buffalo, but I don't know, man. That's gonna be a freaking dog fight. But uh, yeah, we'll see. I mean, Green Bay. I think Green Bay is still a really good team. Now, I think that they can beat anybody in this conference. I think Jordan Love has to do just a little bit more. I think it has to do, and I'm not saying he played bad today. I think he played really well. I mean, they got the ball in a lot of favorable positions, so he didn't really have to air it out as much, and he made the plays necessary when they did. But I don't know, man. It's tough. I want to see them get Jaden Reed a little bit more involved. He can't go to game with one target. It's just that can't happen. I want to see him get a little bit more involved there in these types of games. And I mean, look, Josh Jacobs, keep feeding the guy. I ain't saying don't feed the guy. I mean, the guy's a monster. I mean, he can take anyone to the house, power his way through anything. I mean, the guy's a beast. But yeah, man, shout out to Green Bay, shout out to Detroit. It was a really good game.
Yeah.
Jamison Williams had 80 yards too.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was gonna say with Jair. I thought they did a pretty good job containing Amara. That first I think it was the first drive. He had like 2 or 3 really quick receptions. I'm like, oh shit, this is about to be a Amara game. And he really didn't have a catch until like I want to say the fourth quarter. I want to say, um, but like I mean I thought Jordan Love had a really good second half. The first half he was very questionable with some of his throws and some of his decision making. I think he had 30 yards a half. Like he went like I think it was like 3 for 10 or 4 for 10 or something like that. If my memory is correct, and he only had like 30 yards. I think if we get second half of this game, Jordan Love, and the way Josh Jacobs is running that ball, and like you said, get the receivers a little bit more involved. I don't know, dude. I really do think that this team could take down Detroit, especially in Detroit in the playoffs. But I don't know. I don't know. I just really don't think that the Lions played a good enough game today to like completely blow them out. Like I mean, shit, they won by 3 points. And another thing, man, shout out that man Dan Campbell for going for it on fourth down at the end of the game.
The balls.
Yeah, I said the nut sack for this man to all right, here you go, bro. Take it. And Goff fell down too, like stumbled, and he still got the ball off. And it's like, I mean, I completely understand. I think they would have had what was it, like 40 seconds, no timeouts left at the end of the game.
Green
For
Bay
Jordan
would have
Love.
got down there and got
Yeah, I mean, especially a long
Green Bay would have
field
won the game.
goal. Yeah, it's just
McManus would have made it.
it's crazy, but yeah, that's really all I got to say about it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into our predictions. First game up. Go over this really quickly. Jaguars traveling to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Titans are 3.5 point favorites in this game. I went with the Titans. I'll say Titans are 3-9, Jaguars are 2-10. I went with Tennessee. I'm going with the home team. I think the Titans have been playing some really decent football as of late. I mean, outside of last week, they got steamrolled. But I mean, before that, I felt like they've been playing some really competitive games. And you're going to be against Jacksonville with Mac Jones. I have a good feeling you went with Jacksonville, did you? You went with Tennessee?
Yeah, I went with Tennessee. I couldn't bet on Mac Jones, especially being in Tennessee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like that defense gonna put the pain on them, and they gonna win this game.
yeah. I think maybe even with Trevor Lawrence, I still probably wouldn't have picked the Jaguars. Um, Speaking of Trevor Lawrence, have you seen all the uh, controversy with him? He should have slid sooner, and
I don't agree with that, bro.
yeah,
The
I
dude
don't get
was
it.
sliding, like he was
Yeah,
obviously sliding, bro. And you could, man, I've been talking about that so much. He obviously adjusted to hit him low, but I mean, it is what it is. People are gonna say what they want to say. Um, I don't think he should have got suspended for 3 games, though. I think 3 games is a little crazy. I said the most one, and that was the maximum of like discipline I think should have been handed out. But yeah, man, it's rough with T Law. Prayers to him. He's out for the rest of the season, but I mean, it might be good for him to be out for the rest of the season in terms of like what next year could look like. I mean, shit, because this season's over. It's
yeah.
coffin is nailed shut.
At this point, they probably just trying to tank as well. Obviously, not the players, but the team itself, like the
Yeah.
organization. They probably want the best pick possible. So, shit, they better get Travis Hunter down there too. That's crazy.
I hope not. That's a waste of a
For
career.
real.
Anyway, let's go on to the next game. This one quick. Saints went into the Saints traveling to MetLife take on the Giants. Saints favored by 4 in this game. Saints are 4-8. Giants are 2-10. I'm going with the Saints pretty easily here. The Saints lose this game. Derek Carr needs to be cut Monday.
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints as well. I think I don't know. I can't see a way the Giants go down there and
Yeah, I don't
win.
think the Giants. Yeah, I
But
don't think the Giants gonna take this game.
question for you: do you know when/if Chris Olave coming back?
Isn't he back?
No, he's still on IR with the concussion.
Sit that man for the rest of the season.
I was doing some
Ain't no
research.
point.
Yeah, I was doing some research. They were talking about mid December. It's like for what? We in
What?
week 15, 16? You're gonna bring him back for a couple games? It's like, man, just let that man rest.
Oh my god, man. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. Jets traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 5.5 in this game. I want Miami, man. I think they're back at home. Good weather, playing a really Jets team who's been vulnerable defensively. I think they win this game. I think it'll start off a little close, but I think the Jets will jet, and I think the Dolphins are gonna just find a way to win this one. I think the defense is gonna make some plays against this Jets offense, and they'll win this game. Take care of business.
Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins as well. I think any sliver of hope for them to possibly make the playoffs starts here, and they have to win it. Obviously, they know that. I can't really see them in Miami losing this game. I'm not saying they're gonna make it, but
now I will say, boy, I will be rooting heavily for A-Rod and DA to go over there and tell them boys a new one. Boy, hey, look, I will say, we got Adams versus Ramsey. Got Adams versus Ramsey this week. Candid, both teams ain't playing for shit like the old days. In the old days, they was playing for something, but they ain't playing for shit right now. They ain't playing for nothing. But I think it'll still be fun to see, man. Those are two still some of the game's best going at it. But yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins in this one. Regardless, I think if they win the game, they're not making the playoffs. I don't know why people keep trying to push this narrative that the Dolphins are going to make it or have a chance. Denver is locking it up. Like, even if Denver loses next week against the Colts, it's locked up. They're not losing. They're not losing that spot. But yeah.
it is crazy. Yeah, I got not really so much about the Dolphins, but this might be the most boring playoff race I think we've probably seen in a very long time.
For for both conferences.
Yeah, it meant they're damn near locked up already, and we got a month left of football. It's like the only other teams are what the Bucks could possibly take the South.
You got the Bucks division and you got the NFC East and the West.
It's
no, I'm lying. The NFC South and the NFC West.
It's like realistically, the Packers already are in the playoffs. Like, if we're being honest, Packers are in the playoffs. Vikings are in the playoffs. Lions
Commanders
obviously just clinched. Eagles are in it. Exactly. Commanders in it. Unless the only thing I could see is if the Commanders start to suck a little, in the Seahawks or the Cardinals or the Bucks but like
Rams.
I don't know. I mean, I would love to see like we've been talking about in past episodes. I'd love to see Cup and Puka and
I got them winning
all
the
the.
division.
Yeah, I saw your video, but I also saw you had us in the 7th seed, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But
Oh yeah, no, we gonna get into that. I mean, but I think you would agree with me though. I think you would agree with me. But yeah, we gonna go.
I
We
don't
going.
know. I got us winning the 1 seed.
All right. On that note, we going to the next game. This one, um, Falcons travel to Minnesota take on the Vikings. Vikings favored by 5.5. Vikings are 10-2. Falcons are 6-6. This one has disaster written all over it. I'm going with the Vikings. It's just Atlanta's defense has been very questionable, and Kirk Cousins has been on the turnover tear. And you're playing Brian Flores defense. They take away the ball a lot. So I'm going with the Vikings.
I'd love to see Kirk coming to Minnesota and tear them boys up. I would love to see it. I just can't see it happening. I'm gonna go with Minnesota as well. I do want to know if your opinion. Do you think the Vikings fans are gonna boo or cheer for Kirk Cousins when he runs out?
Why would they boo?
Because he left.
I mean, they didn't want to pay him. Like,
I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't. I mean, I don't see why you boo him. Like, I don't see why you boo him. It wasn't like he left in bad blood or he was like fuck Minnesota or anything like that. I mean, I think they should cheer for him. He did get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So like, he got hurt. But yeah, um, going to this next one, I don't even have nothing else really to say about it. Panthers traveling to the Philly to take on the Eagles. Eagles are favored by 13.5. I'm going with Philly 10-2, Panthers 3-9. I'm going with Philly. They're not losing this game. But I want to give a little shout out to Bryce. He's been playing really well as of late. But boy, he's in hell this week. Going up against Jalen Carter and Milton Williams and all them boys. He's in hell. He's oof.
Give me Philly.
That's it. Give me Philly.
I got nothing else to say. Give me Philly.
All right, let's go to the next one. Here they go with your team, man. The Browns traveling to Pittsburgh, take on the Steelers. Steelers are 9-3. Browns are 3-9. Is a rematch of that classic Thursday snow game. Pittsburgh is served by 6.5. I went with Pittsburgh in this one. I think Pittsburgh gets their revenge. They got this one at the crib. I think they win this game. I think they win it pretty convincingly. Now, Ryan brought up in my video, I have Pittsburgh getting the 7th seed. I mean, I had Pittsburgh winning 2 out of their next 5 games. I have them beating Cleveland. I have them beating Cincinnati. Have them losing to Philly, Baltimore, and KC. I think those are pretty fair losses. I know a lot of Steelers fans in my comments were, boy, they was killing me. But I think it's pretty fair, right? Like I don't feel like I like disrespected Pittsburgh. I mean, Philly at Baltimore, KC. Ugh, I don't know if I'm rolling with y'all on that, but I still think y'all are. I had y'all getting y'all. I have y'all playing KC in the first round, and look, I have KC beating y'all this time around, but I think come playoff time, y'all will beat them, man.
Yeah, I'm stressed as hell for this game. The way that
The Browns game.
yep.
Hear this? See, this man Ryan. Let me tell y'all, bro.
Am I not allowed to be
This dude here
stressed?
be such a roller coaster. He'd be such a roller coaster with his team, man. I mean, yeah, okay, you can be stressed about the Browns game. I get that, but
Yeah.
like now all of a
Yeah.
sudden you back all in.
Yeah, and give it a week, and when they lose this Sunday, I'm gonna be so mad. Like I'm actually gonna be so salty if we lose this shit. Like so salty if we like I can't explain to you how upset I'm actually gonna be if we end up losing this game, because it's like I understand the Thursday night game. It's a short week, on the road, AFC North opponent. Was I extremely upset about it? Yeah, but it's like this game, no. You can't lose this game at home against a team that just completely embarrassed you a couple weeks ago. Or like a week and a couple days ago? No, a week ago. Yeah, a week ago on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, right? Like last Thursday?
Yeah, last Thursday you was
Yeah,
in it saying the
dude.
season was over.
No. It was 2 Thursdays ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 2 Thursdays ago.
You
Yeah,
were sitting there saying the season was over. It was
yeah.
over.
And guess
That
what? It
y'all was
still
finished.
is. It still is. We either win in the
Bro,
Super
you had
Bowl.
y'all losing out. You said, I think we gonna lose out. Go.
It's
You had
valid.
y'all finishing 10-7. It's not valid. Y'all gonna beat the Browns. Y'all gonna lose 3, and y'all close it out at Cincy.
I don't know, dude. Can I say I'm so happy Tomlin got this record. He has his winning record, and I don't got to worry about it no more. The amount of uh, fights I've been in about this record, I care about this record probably more than I really should. And it's like, obviously I want my team to win a playoff game and all that, but like what I was trying to say is like the season don't really mean anything if we don't at least win a playoff game. And like going up against the Browns on Thursday night and we lose in the way
Oh
that
my
we
god, this
lost.
man's still salty about that loss. Just take it.
Nah.
You
Do you want
lost.
to know a loss I'm really salty about? That damn
What?
Cowboys loss on Sunday Night Football. That
What about
last second loss, man, we should have. Can I say, we really should be like 11-1 if we being honest. If we being honest, we should have beat the Colts, and we should have beat the. I just said it. We should have beat the. I just said their fucking name. Who was I just talking about?
the Cowboys?
Thank you. The Cowboys.
So basically, you think y'all should be undefeated.
Nah, 11-1.
So you still think the Browns loss is valid enough?
I mean, I don't think it's valid. I definitely don't think it's valid. I definitely don't think that we should have lost that game. But it's like they were really the only team that outplayed us. The Cowboys did not outplay us. We outplayed ourselves. And that Colts game, we
You
had to
be
deal
9-4.
with Prime, Joe Flacco coming off the bench, getting the rust off that man's arm. Man, we both said when AR came into the game, when AR left the game, and we were both like, man, I was more worried about Flacco when he came in than AR. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm rolling with the Steelers, but dude, I am beyond stressed for this game. I got no more fingernails. I got nothing. I'm so damn stressed for this game. That's all I gotta say.
Oh man! All right, man. Let's go to the next one. Raiders traveling to Tampa to take on the Bucks. This one's real quick. Raiders is 2-10. Bucks are 6-6. I'm going. Tampa's hurt about 6.5. I'm going with Tampa. None. Really, I don't see Desmond Ritter, Aiden O'Connell pulling this one off. I think Baker and them go 7-6.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Bucks as well. I'm expecting Brock Bowers to continue the tear that man is on. But besides that, there's not really any sort of threat. I mean, Jacoby Myers is solid, but a receiver can only do so much with a bad quarterback. So I'm gonna roll with the Bucks. I think the Bucks. I mean, the Bucks would be first in the South. I think that game will really open people's eyes to, oh shit, the Bucks might fuck around and win the division. You know, I feel like people kind of sleeping on the Bucks right now, but.
All right, yeah. Let's go on to the next one. Seahawks traveling to Arizona take on the Cardinals. Seahawks are 7-5. Cardinals are 6-6. The Cardinals are favored in this game by 2.5. They are at home. Seahawks are 4-1 on the road. The Cardinals are 4-2 at home. The Cardinals did win the Seahawks won this matchup a few weeks ago, 16-6. I'm running with Arizona. Seattle just don't really move me like that. That's just me. The last game they won, this Cardinals offense has been really bad. Like over the past, they kind of clicked a little bit last week against Minnesota, but it just hasn't moved since pretty much the Jets game. The last 2 weeks have just been a little slow. I will say that this game, though, I think Seattle's defense has been playing really well. Leonard Williams has been on a tear. Devin Witherspoon has been playing out of his freaking mind. But I think this is a game Arizona can get. I went with Arizona. I don't know. I just feel like this is one of those games where everyone's kind of going to count them out a little bit. Seattle's riding high, and Arizona just thumps them. You know how Arizona do. Please don't tell me you picked Arizona too.
I could secure a Seahawks win right at this moment if I wanted to. I picked the Seahawks. I think I think they're gonna sweep them. I like what JSN's been doing. I think DK is gonna have a much bigger game. I think DK is gonna have a much bigger game this game than he did the first game. Granted, last time, I think he had like 4 catches, 5 catches, 60 yards, something like that. I think K9 is gonna have a better game as well. So yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks, but I could also 100% see James Conner getting more than 7 carries and 8 yards. You know,
It's the trap game. It's the trap game.
granted, I think this game is, if the Seahawks win this, especially if the Seahawks win this, I think the Cardinals are most likely going to be
Oh yeah, out of it. Yeah,
probably
yeah.
out of the hunt for the division.
The
So
division.
I mean, the Seahawks could really put their foot on the Cardinals'
The
throat
gas
and
pedal.
end the season for real.
Yeah,
But I'm going with Seattle.
yeah. Going on to the next one. The Bills traveling so far. Take on the Rams. Rams are 6-6. Bills are 10-2. The Bills are only favored by 3.5 in this game. I went with the Bills. I think they just got too much on the Rams right now. I do think the Rams being at home, it gives them a little bit of advantage. Um, Bills fans do travel well though, but I do think the Rams are going to play him really tough. I think Cooper Cup and Puka Nakua, they know, hey, look, this is where the rubber meets the road right here. This is where they got to kind of get it going, and they know that a big win like this in Buffalo is going to give them all the momentum rolling into this final stretch of the season. But I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I think their defense is still really young. Talking about the Rams, I think Josh Allen and them are just gonna try to pound the rock on them as much as possible, and I'm rolling with Buffalo, man. But don't be surprised if the Rams might pull one off. Like, as long as you got those two guys, bro, Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup with Stafford back there, bro, they can beat anybody. But I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going with Buffalo as well. So that means you got the Rams win these next 4 games after this game.
I do. I have them finishing 10-7,
Okay.
and I had Seattle finishing, I think 8-9, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, I think after this game, Rams can win out at San Francisco, at the Jets, Arizona, and Seattle. There's gonna be some big games, but bro, if they can win this game at Buffalo, I 100% think they're gonna win this division.
Yeah.
I mean, if they
Damn.
beat Buffalo, you good. If they beat Buffalo, I think that they definitely can win. They're 100% winning this division. But now I think they drop this game at Buffalo. But if they can play well in this game, it'll give them some confidence because I think they'll beat San Francisco. I think they'll beat the Jets. And then you got 2 home games to finish out the year, man. 2 home division games. If the Rams finish the year 10-7, depending on what, I think the Commanders they're making the playoffs as a wild card. But hey, man, this division is wide open. This division is gonna be really interesting to see how it plays out. Really, that this one and the Tampa one, but preferably this one. This race is gonna be the like playoff hunt feeling that everybody's gonna get because it's gonna be really interesting to see.
Yeah. I could see that last game of the season, Seattle Rams being for the division.
Ooh.
That
Remember
that
how good the first one was
that could be a
when
big
the
game.
OT.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I trust Josh Allen a little too much to pick against him, especially being on the road. It's also not
Facts.
like, I mean, the way they dominated San Francisco too was insane. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Yeah. Going to the next game, the Bears traveling to San Francisco to take on the Niners. Niners are favored by 3.5. They're 5-7. The Bears are 4-8. The Bears have not won a road game this year. I think they get that first one. I'm going with the. Did I pick the Bears? Let me check that. If I didn't pick the Bears, I might be tripping. Nah, I picked the Bears. I think the Bears get this one. Niners is just the season is kind of over. It's over. Um, and yeah, I think this is a game Caleb and them they need it. They need it, and I think they'll get it. Niners, like I said, banged up. The defense hasn't been playing too well. I think Caleb and them are gonna really try to take advantage of over the middle of the field. And him and Keenan Allen relationship, we saw it kind of get going. It's been getting going the past few couple weeks. And I think they continue with that. And I think the Bears get a big win, man. I don't think it's gonna be really anything crazy to their season, but for Caleb's morale and the team after firing Eberflus, hey, look, every team's first game after firing their coach. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I actually picked the Bears as well. I
Oh,
like what I saw
they gonna
last.
lose.
For real, I know, right? I was thinking that same shit when you said, I'm like, man, I might have to just switch my pick. See, I don't know if a couple people are playing in general in that game. Do you know if DJ Moore's even playing that game? Because he hasn't practiced the last two days.
Swift didn't practice. Roshan Johnson didn't practice.
Hmm.
Um, I think they'll play though. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't heard anything else out of it, but I know
Yeah.
they haven't been practicing. I think
Bosa didn't practice either.
Yeah, this just has. I think the Bears can steal this one.
And also one thing, man, I feel so bad for that man Trent Williams. He like what lost his son,
I think it was his daughter.
his daughter, his child. He lost his child.
Yeah, child. It was a child.
That's insane. It's
This
insane.
team is just. I mean, the year they've had him and Ward. Like, I think Trent's gonna retire. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it. I can't imagine losing a child like that. And then you got the Mooney Ward thing. The whole. I mean, this team is just literally like if they had won a Super Bowl, it would just you wouldn't feel as. I mean, I'm not talking about Trent Williams and Ward. Just in terms of what the team has gone through this season, it'd be like, well, we got the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like if we have to break it up, we could break it up. But it just seems like you were so close, and now it's just like, are we ever going to get back to that? And I don't think they will, man. I mean, the mental side of it, I think I think they're fried. I mean, CMC being hurt the way he is, Ayuk being hurt after the contract, the Trent Williams situation, the Ward situation, the Hufunga not even playing, Greenlaw. I mean, bro, it's just so much with this team, bro. Like, it's so tough. Like, they're literally like you have to take advantage of literally the moment, like because literally they went from last year being arguably the best roster in the league to like everyone is gone and everybody is finished in the matter of like what a season. Like that's just it's crazy. It's crazy. Like it's one of the saddest things you can see for a professional sports team, to be honest.
Yeah, and also this team is gonna look completely different next year. Like
They might
the
move on from Purdy.
I got a huge like my friend. He's damn near my brother. He's a huge 49ers fan and he loves Purdy. He's probably
Purdy
the
might be gone. I
he
don't see them keeping him because they finna enter a rebuild. But go ahead.
he's probably the only person or one of the only 49ers fans I've been talking to on like IG and all that that's actually said that they should keep Purdy. It's crazy how quick it can go from like yeah he's our guy to nah get rid of his ass essentially.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I just think you going into a rebuild. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. I mean, what like it's just so many question marks because guys are coming back from injury or mental breaks, and it's like it's tough, man. It's tough for the 49ers. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Going on to the next game. Sunday night, Chargers taking on the Chiefs in Kansas City. Kansas City's 11-1. Chargers are 8-4. Kansas City's favored by 4. I went with the Chargers. Did I go with the Chargers in this one? Sure did. Yeah, I went the Chargers. I think this is a game the Chiefs lose. Uh, Look, I think this game's gonna be really tough. Honestly, I looking back, I maybe should have picked the Chiefs a little bit. The Chargers secondary, if you really look at their defense the past few weeks, besides the Atlanta game, they did got like 4 picks in the Atlanta game. Baltimore, Tennessee, and Cincy kind of put up that look. And Canada's Baltimore, Canada's Cincinnati, but they kind of had to wear them a little bit. I'm really interested with what KC is gonna do. The Chargers are really good at stopping the run. So if you're gonna and look, I just don't know if their corners can hang with the Chiefs weapons with Deep and Kelsey. But on the flip side of it, I don't know if the Chiefs corners can hang with Lab McConkey and just some of the schemes that the Chargers might throw at them. So we'll see how it goes. I picked the Chargers. I just think that right now the Chargers are they're just more complete on the defensive side of the ball. Um, the Chiefs defense has not been playing well in my opinion the last few weeks. I think Loud McConkey is going to be due for another big game. But I definitely think the way Herbert's been taking care of the ball, the way they've been able to move the ball. I know JK's hurt, and that's a big blow, but we'll see how they can do running the football because that's going to be a big key. But I think they'll do good with it. I think Herbert and McConkey are going to have to win this game, and I completely trust it against this KC defense that has been struggling. So I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see the Chiefs lose before I choose against them. I
Oh,
I
oh, oh! I thought you picked against them. I was going to say,
no. I gotta see them lose really, really pick against them. I understand they lost to the Bills, but like I don't know. The
I
Chargers
mean,
haven't beat them in the last 3 seasons.
I don't know anything about that, but I
I
do
think the
know that.
last time they beat them was September 26, 2021.
Yeah, I do want to give a shout out though, Tony Jefferson, because I would say Christian Fulton and the arrival of Tarheeb still. I mean, the game he had last week was phenomenal, and I think he's gonna carry that over. I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with D Hop, Christian Fulton, and him. What they're gonna be able to do on the outside. I just trust his defense a little bit more than I do the Chiefs, and I think the Chargers are due for a big win. And I think they'll get it, man. I mean, the Chiefs have just been they've been begging to lose. They really have. Like they've been flirting with it, man. And I think the Chargers get them. Candidate, it is an Arrowhead, but I think the Chargers can win it.
I
Yeah,
do
go
really
ahead.
think this could be a game though that like if because I understand where your point is of like they keep winning all these close games, but like when you get to the playoffs, it's like it don't matter anymore how many close games you've won or you've lost or whatever. Once you're in the playoffs, it's a single game. You know, you win, you move on, you lose, and you're done. I do kind of think, kind of like last year where they lost the Raiders, and I really feel like that kind of turned their season around. Like it really opened their eyes. I do wonder which one of these games are going to be where the Chiefs lose, and it's going to be like an eye opener for them of like, oh shit, we can actually be beat. Because again, the only team they lost to was the Bills, you know, and the Bills are a really really good football team. But I don't know. I don't know. I got to see the Chiefs lose to like a bad team or like the Chargers aren't even a bad team. Like I just got to see them lose to somebody that's not like the Bills or the Ravens for it to be like, oh shit, like they might not be as almost indestructible as we think they are. It's just one of those things where like they keep winning these last second games, and it's like eventually it does have to come to the point where it's like that's just part of the team, and that's just part of what they do at the end
They
of the
don't
day.
want to see.
I
Yeah,
mean, they have closures. They have people that can close out the game. They have Andy Reid. They have Mahomes. Kelsey hasn't been balling lately, or really in general this season. But it's like I don't know. And also, Kelsey's the Charger killer, man. That man always kills the Chargers. It's like I don't know.
he had like 90 yards against them, but we'll
Hmm.
see. Yeah, we'll see. Going on to the next one, Bengals traveling to Dallas take on the Cowboys. Cowboys are 5-7. Bengals are 4-8. Bengals are favored by 5. I'm going with the Bengals. I just think they outscore them. I think the Bengals are gonna probably drop like what 35, 40 points, and I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah, I went with the Bengals as well. I think it would be hilarious for Dallas to win this game, though, especially just
Ooh,
the way that the Bengals defense has been playing and like how poor they are. I just really
they're
do think.
historically bad.
I mean, I don't think they Panthers bad, but I don't know.
Okay,
They they
I will say that the Panthers defense they don't break as bad as the Bengals do. Bengals just give it up.
I do. I know you saw that clip of Shannon Sharp talking uh, about Burrow, where it's like he's turning it over at the worst possible times, and he's not helping
It's
the
just
team out when it comes to
ridiculous.
stuff
It's
like that.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I thought it was hilarious. I can't lie. I thought it was hilarious when
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was watching
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
Because you know it's ridiculous. Did you see Ocho crying? And
And,
then Ocho said, "We go,
and then that man Unc kept going like, "No, this is
yeah,
your
we go,
fault. This is your fault.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gave those people hope.
we gonna be all right. We
Yeah, next season.
gonna be all right. Yeah, next season, Ocho, y'all done." And you was sitting up there talking about, you was sitting there giving them boys hope. Bro, I was in tears. He was actually crying. He was so hurt. He made that bet with Ryan Clark that he couldn't eat McDonald's for the rest of the year. Bro, I was like, it's just a few weeks. This man over there eating. He was eating McDonald's. Did you see on the pivot? He was eating McDonald's in his face. That shit was hilarious, bro. But yeah, I got the Bengals winning it. Sorry, it was the way he looked up and was like, we gonna be all right. No, y'all not, bro. It's over with. But yeah, man. I got the Bengals winning this game. I got before we end the stuff off, I got a quick question for you. Out of all the teams, mm, okay, I'll say this. All of the teams not named. One second, let me get this. All right, the teams that's not Kansas City, Buffalo, Detroit, or Philly, right? You got that part?
Kansas. So the top two in each
Yeah.
conference.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
outside of Kansas City, Buffalo, Detroit, Philly, give me your top 5 teams that you think can actually make a legit Super Bowl run. You give me the 5 teams you got in order
Hmm.
outside of those 4 teams.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to give that shit in order. Um, I'll try though. I think again, I was talking about earlier. I really think the Packers are like legit team. So I might have to go with the Packers one.
If you want to take a timeout so you can pull up the teams, you can.
Yeah, no, I got them in front of me. Ravens two.
Mm.
See, I just really don't think there's any teams besides those six that have really a possibility to even win the Super Bowl. Man, the
Well,
Steelers ain't winning no Super Bowl. The Broncos ain't winning no Super Bowl. The
no,
Chargers
but
ain't
bro,
winning no Super Bowl.
no,
The
but
Texans ain't winning.
I ain't saying they're going to Super, but I'm saying you got to give me the 5. You got to give me the 5 that you think could outside of those top 4 teams, like your favorite 5 outside of those teams that you think could win the Super Bowl. Legit, bro. It's a chance the Steelers win the Super Bowl, bro.
No.
Oh my god, this man be hey, bro. Okay, but you gotta at least put. Come on, man, rank them. Come on. You gave me 2. Just give me 3 more.
Man, if you would have asked post Tuesday hype video making me, I had the Steelers win the whole fucking thing, and then I came down, and I'm like, yeah, we average.
Man, give me 3 more teams. You got some good choices. It's still about 2-3 teams that you haven't named.
I just don't think I don't think the Commanders are in there. I don't think the
Just give me
Falcons
3
or the
teams.
Bucks.
No,
I don't think anybody in the West.
3 teams.
I can't see the Texans.
There's a 10-win team that you haven't named yet that I think you could put in there.
Did I not say the Vikings already?
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Vikings 3. My fault. I thought I said the Vikings already.
Vikings 3. Okay, and you still got, bro. Come on, you got 3 teams still in the AFC playoff picture. I understand the Texans. Come on, man, give me 2.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh 4.
Okay, who's 5?
I don't know. I really do like the Bucks, but also I really do like you guys.
Gotta give me 5.
I like your guys' defense, but I mean I like the Chargers too, but I like your guys' defense better than the Chargers. Like anything the Chargers offer, I like your guys' defense better. Man, just for you, I'll go with the Broncos 5. So I'm gonna go with Packers 1, Ravens 2, Vikings 3, Steelers 4, Broncos 5.
Okay. Now for me, mine is a little bit different. Now this is teams that I believe can actually make a serious Super Bowl run. Out of all the teams that's left besides the 4 we named, number one, I'm gonna go Baltimore. Actually, I'll take that back. Number 1, I'm gonna go Green Bay. I'm gonna stick with you with that. I'm gonna go Green Bay number 1. I'm gonna go Baltimore number 2. Number 3. Now this is where things get really interesting. Number 3, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh number 3. I'm going, but come on, man. Hey, brother, I believe in y'all, man. Okay, look, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh 3. Now 4 and 5 is where we get a little crazy. Now you might call me crazy because I don't have Minnesota in mind. I don't have Minnesota. I don't think Sam Darnold. 4, I'm gonna go Denver. In 5, you might already know where I'm gonna go with this. 5. Now out of all the teams that's
Can I
there,
guess?
guess.
Is it a team possibly not in the playoffs right now?
Hey, it could be.
Is there a team over in LA?
Yeah. 5. I got the Rams, bro. Hey, call me crazy, bro. But if they find a way to get in, them boys could actually make a run. With the Braden Fisk, Jared Verse, it's just something about them, bro. I got them at 5. I honestly think if they make the playoffs and say Washington and Minnesota makes it, I think they have a higher chance of going to the Super Bowl than those two teams. So my list, 1 is Green Bay, 2 Baltimore, 3 Pittsburgh, 4 Denver, 5 the Rams. Boom.
Imagine Super Bowl MVP Emmanuel Forbes.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Nah, I do got one question for you, and then
Yeah.
we can end it off. So I posted something on my story about on my Instagram story about MVP, and it really looks like it's gonna be between 4 people. So if you can give me your MVP between Lamar, Saquon, Josh Allen, and Jared Goff, who would you have? Like, in what order would you have them?
Said Lamar, Josh, Jared Goff, and Saquon. People are gonna hate me. Okay. 4, I got Jared Goff. Um, yeah, I got Jared Goff. I got Jared Goff. I just don't see Jared Goff. People gonna hate me for this, but I mean, look, I think it is what it is. 3, give me Saquon. I'm going Saquon at 3. I just don't see them giving it to her back. 2. Now, this where things get really tough. All right. Because if we going off MVP is still a numbers award. And Lamar Jackson still beats Josh in a lot of these numbers. Lamar beat Josh head to head. See what I'm saying? It's tough. It's so tough, bro. But I have to stick with my guns. I have to stick with the guy I've been rolling with. I think Josh has been playing unbelievable. But Lamar's numbers are better. And on top of Lamar Jackson's numbers being better, hey, he beat Josh. So I gotta go Josh 2, Lamar 1.
Yeah, if we're talking about who I would choose or who I think, because who I think is completely different. I agree with you where I would have Josh switch with Lamar personally. I just like for who I think they would give it to, but like who I would personally give it to.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I just I don't know. I like Josh. I do like Josh, but also I completely understand your point of they did go head to head and he completely killed him.
Bro, it wasn't close. And
Mm-hmm.
people forgot about that. Like people look at the Ravens record, they're 8-5. Yeah, they're 8-5, but it's not because of Lamar though. Like, bro, you can go back to their loss. If Justin Tucker is the person we think he is, these games have a lot of different outcomes. The Philly game has a different outcome if Justin Tucker makes the kicks that he's supposed to make. And it's like we will be sitting here saying like the Ravens, at least 2 of those games would be different. So like, and when we're sitting there, the Ravens are 10-3. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you got to go off record, but bro, you think when it comes down to it, they're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, Lamar's got better numbers. He beat Josh head to head." Like, come on, bro. Like, how does that not? Like, come on, man.
See, I was talking with somebody and they were talking about. I texted you about Jared Goff. It's like, nah, it's not. It's not Jared, but people were bringing up because I was arguing for Lamar for a little bit of like I think it's really between one of those two. I think if Saquon I think you've been saying the last couple episodes as well. He got 5 games to get about 600 more yards. I mean, if he can get that, I mean,
Yeah, nah, I love if he gets 600 yards in 4 games,
yeah.
I'm all for it.
But
I'm
I
all
agree
for
with you. They're not going to give it to a running back, even though he's arguably the most important player on his own team who could possibly still finish number 1 overall in the NFC. But they just won't simply because he's a running back. But yeah, dude, I just really like Josh. I also like with like what he's doing with the weapons he has. I mean, Lamar doesn't have flashy weapons at all either, so it's not like Lamar has a crazy stacked team against Josh who has nobody. But it's like, I mean, he making Matt Collins look great, you know. Uh, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Cooper's been playing all right as well. Uh, James Cook has been playing playing good as well. Um, And I guess maybe it might just be like, I love Lamar, but it might just be like I just want it to be someone a little different. You know, I want to see a different MVP. But I guess who deserves it a little bit more. I don't know. I really do think Saquon deserves it, especially if he gets that record. But so final answer. Who's your final MVP? If you can give me your final answer.
Me,
Yeah, you.
Lamar.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Josh. I just like with what he's doing a little bit more uh, in the last couple games, and also some of the. I do think these MVPs come down to like uh, big time
29-3 is
games.
nuts.
It is.
29-3 passing is nuts. That's
Mm-hmm.
nuts. I mean, that's crazy, bro. Like Josh is 20-5.
Mm-hmm.
So Lamar has 9 more passing TDs,
Yeah, on
and he's
two
beating
less
them
picks.
2 less picks, more passing yards. Passing, not total passing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy.
Did
Like
uh did Josh have better stats last year when Lamar won the MVP, or am I tripping?
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, I think he did.
So Josh had better stats than Lamar last year.
Because Lamar's stats weren't that good. Well,
So
they
then,
were good.
how can the argument be based off of stats?
It just so what they usually do for MVP stats is 1, 2 is the marquee victory. Like whoever gets the big victory. Lamar's was the Christmas game when they blasted San Francisco. This year was Josh beating Kansas City. So that Josh is the favorite. But I'm saying me personally, I would give it to Lamar. Last year I wouldn't have gave it to Lamar. I thought he deserved it, but I probably wouldn't have gave it to him.
Who would you have given it to last year?
Probably Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Josh. I thought he played well.
Yeah, because I was talking with a couple people about it, and they were like the whole argument was like, oh, well,
Or
he
Purdy.
got snubbed last year, so he deserves it this year, and it's like, well, he didn't.
Oh,
You go.
I would give it to Purdy. Josh the 18 interceptions. I forgot about that. He threw 18 interceptions.
See, I was thinking last year. Loki, I thought CMC should have gotten it last year. Personally, CMC or
I can't
Lamar.
remember the race that much. I can't remember who I really
Mm-hmm.
wanted, but I remember seeing Josh throw 18, and I was like, I'm not giving it to Josh, bro.
I remember last
18,
year. I think last
18
year.
picks is
Yeah,
unreal.
I think last year it came down to Lamar. I remember Tua was in it for a second too, and then he ended up going to Baltimore and got killed. Um, let me look at just the stats from last year.
Yeah, CMC was there.
What 2023? 2023. Get results. Nah, this shit ain't. Lamar ain't have no 53 passing touchdowns last year.
Who said that?
Stathead.com.
Oh nah. Now last year Lamar only had like he had 24.
Mm-hmm.
He was 24-7. But Josh was 29-18.
Mm-hmm.
18 picks. You should never win no MVP with no 8. That's almost 20 picks. Like it's crazy. But yeah, nah, man.
How you feel about Burrow though? I know you were talking about Burrow should win MVP a couple weeks ago.
No, I was saying like if his team was winning, I felt like he would be the undisputed MVP. He's first in every single category. He's got a 30-5 touchdown interception ratio. I mean, he's first in yards. I think has a higher complete percentage than Lamar. He has a higher QBR than Lamar. Been sacked more than Lamar. I mean, he's just averages more yards per game than Lamar. I mean, he's been balling, bro. Like I can't even. Burrow's been unbelievable. Anybody who thinks Burrow hasn't been unbelievable this season is crazy out there, man. That man is having. If his team was 8-4, he'd be the MVP. Undisputedly the MVP. It wouldn't even be a race, in my opinion. He'd be MVP by a mile.
Can I say?
Like, bro.
I completely understood what Unc was talking about on First Take.
Oh my! I'm not.
I don't agree with it. I completely understand what he was talking about. I think
I understand it, but he's
yeah,
not right.
I think people interpreted it more as like And I also do like part of it. Like if he was just directing it off of what he did against Pittsburgh, I kind of understand it. But like if you're talking about the whole season, nah. Pittsburgh, he turned the ball over 3 times. Granted, one of the time it came off of T Higgins' hands, and that really wasn't Burrow's fault. So I'll give him that one. He got strip sacked by TJ, and then strip sacked by Herbig for a touchdown. It's like
Yeah, but he's
I
also
understand.
putting up 30 something points.
No,
He's
no,
putting
no.
up
I
over
get
30
that.
points a game.
I get that. I'm just saying, based off of that one game alone, like I understood what he was saying, because it's also like, yeah, he did put up 30 points, but he also gave up 6 points as well. So it's like that just kind of cancels itself out. But also like, I don't know. I understand what he was saying. I don't agree with him for the whole season, but like,
In that game, I could see it.
yeah,
But like the whole season, bro, they should have had a lot more wins, bro. If the
mm-hmm.
defense could just get a few stops. They just getting killed.
Because
But
it's
yeah,
like my fault. You got it.
no, I was gonna say, but yeah, did you have any other questions? Anything else?
Nah, the only thing I gotta say was just like he got strip sacked. It was 34-24. Became 41-24. Game was basically over after
The
that.
game was already basically over to begin with, like before they even dropped to play. Like, because I remember once they got down by 10, it was kind of a wrap.
I mean, in the fourth quarter, I mean, they could have easily gone down the field and scored a touchdown and made the game what 31-34.
31, 31, 34. But like, are we like the way Pittsburgh was playing? Did we think their defense could get a stop in the clutch?
No, I do think they could have, but also the next drive, the Bengals went down there and scored a touchdown anyways. So it's
Like,
like,
they had, oh, this is crazy.
anyway, no, I thought that was hilarious though when I saw that shit. I woke up and I was sitting there watching it on First Take, and that man fighting for his life against Dan Orlovsky. I thought it was hilarious, but no, I can't really think of any other questions.
But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to keep checking out me and Ryan's on pages at RyanSports9 JMX Sports. Yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this one. Until the next one, peace out.